Welcome back to our channel, where we explore fascinating stories and teachings from the Bible. In today's video, we delve into the intriguing world of the Samaritans, a group shrouded in mystery and controversy during the time of Jesus. But who were they really? And why did they elicit such strong reactions from the Jewish people? Stick around as we uncover their history, beliefs, and the surprising encounters they had with Jesus. But here's the question that might challenge your perspective: can love and compassion transcend deep-seated prejudices? In Jesus' parable of the Good Samaritan, he turns societal norms upside down, revealing an unexpected hero. So, who exactly was this Good Samaritan, and what can we learn from his remarkable act of kindness? And did you know that Samaritans still exist today? We'll take a glimpse into their unique practices, their ongoing devotion to the Torah, and their belief in a coming Messiah who will bring about a day of vengeance and recompense. So, whether you're a history enthusiast, a Bible scholar, or simply curious about the people who played a significant role in Jesus' ministry, this video is for you. Get ready to challenge your preconceptions, discover the power of love in unexpected places, and explore the enduring legacy of the Samaritans. A Samaritan mentioned in the Bible referred to a person from Samaria, which was a region located to the north of Jerusalem. During the time of Jesus, the Jewish people in Galilee and Judea had a negative perception of Samaritans. They viewed them as a mixed-race group who followed a religion considered impure and partly pagan. In the Bible, the distinction between Samaritans and Jews is first mentioned during the period of Nehemiah and the reconstruction of Jerusalem after the Babylonian captivity. References in Ezra 4 and a collection of Aramaic documents known as the Elephantine Papyri from the 5th century BC indicate a division between Jews and Samaritans during the Persian era. The Samaritans regarded themselves as the true descendants of Israel, specifically from the tribes of Ephraim and Manasseh. They saw their role as the guardians of the Torah and believed they alone preserved the original religious practices established by Moses. The Samaritans possessed their own distinct version of the Pentateuch, comprising the first 5 books of Moses. They rejected the legitimacy of the Jerusalem temple and the Levitical priesthood, establishing their primary place of worship on Mount Gerizim. According to historian Josephus and Jewish tradition, the origins of the Samaritans can be traced back to the captivity of the northern kingdom by Assyria in 721 BC. Following the captivity, Jews from the northern kingdom intermarried with Assyrians, resulting in the Samaritans, a people of mixed Jewish and Gentile heritage. When the Jews accused Jesus of being a Samaritan, in John 8 verse 48, they were insinuating that he was of impure lineage, born from an unfaithful mother. During the time of the New Testament, the Jews held a strong disdain for Samaritans and avoided any association with them. The Samaritans primarily resided around Mount Gerizim, John 4:1, 42, and maintained their own separate villages, Matthew 10 verse 5, Luke 9 verse 52. Instances of encounters with Samaritans are mentioned in the scriptures, occurring in towns along the borders of Samaria, Luke 17:11, 19, and on the roads between Jerusalem and Jericho, Luke 10:29, 37. Jesus encountered challenges when ministering in Samaritan villages, Luke 9:52, 53, to the extent that he instructed his disciples not to enter them, Matthew 10:5, 6. Nevertheless, Jesus shared the good news with Samaritans, engaging with a Samaritan woman, John 4:4, 26, and healing a Samaritan leper, Luke 17:11, 19. The most famous Samaritan in the Bible appears in Jesus' parable of the Good Samaritan, Luke 10:29, 37. A legal expert among the Jews tested Jesus by asking him to explain the commandment to love your neighbor as yourself, specifically seeking a definition of the term neighbor. In response, Jesus told a story about a person in need, portraying the Samaritan as the hero of the narrative. This parable aimed to challenge the prejudiced mindset of the Jewish audience, as the Samaritan was considered the least likely person to demonstrate love and compassion to his neighbor. Jesus intended to shock his listeners and emphasize that genuine love transcends human boundaries of race, religion, nationality, economic class, and education. In Acts 1 verse 8, Jesus informed his disciples that, through the power of the Holy Spirit, they would become witnesses for him in Samaria. This prophecy was fulfilled in Acts 8 when Samaria became one of the early mission fields for the expanding first-century church. As believers were scattered, they preached the word wherever they went. Philip, one of the disciples, went to a city in Samaria and proclaimed the message of the Messiah. The crowds paid close attention to Philip, witnessing miraculous signs and healings. The result was great joy in that city, Acts 8:4-8. To this day, there are several hundred Samaritans living in Israel who continue to practice their form of Judaism. Their faith revolves around 5 core beliefs: the existence of one God, Yahweh, Moses as the primary mediator, the Torah as the means of mediation, Mount Gerizim as the central place of worship, and the expectation of a future day of vengeance and recompense initiated by the Messiah. Samaritans observe various holy days, including Passover, the feasts of unleavened bread, Yom Kippur, and Tabernacles, as well as the 80 days of solemn assembly. They also regularly celebrate Sabbath services. Their most significant annual festival, Passover, takes place on Mount Gerizim and involves animal sacrifices as commanded in the book of Deuteronomy. And that brings us to the end of our exploration into the world of the Samaritans. From their complicated history to their encounters with Jesus and the early Christian movement, we've uncovered a rich tapestry of experiences and lessons. As we reflect on the parable of the Good Samaritan, we're reminded that love and compassion have the power to transcend boundaries and break down prejudice. It challenges us to examine our own hearts and ask ourselves, who is my neighbor, and am I willing to show love to those who are different from me? The story of the Samaritans teaches us that God's love knows no bounds. It reaches out to all people, regardless of race, religion, or background. It reminds us that we are called to be ambassadors of love, just as Jesus and his early followers were. So, as we conclude this video, let's carry the lessons of the Samaritans with us. Let's strive to love our neighbors, embrace diversity, and extend a helping hand to those in need. Together, we can make a difference and bring about positive change in our world. Thank you for joining us on this captivating journey through the Samaritan story. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might find it interesting. And remember to subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content from the Bible and beyond. Until next time, may you be inspired by the love of God and be a beacon of light in your own community. Take care, and we'll see you soon.